Indiana Dunes Tourism, located between Chicago and South Bend in northwest Indiana, is a proud supporter of Irish Illustrated. Extend your Notre Dame visit with a trip to the nation's newest national park. Visit IndianaDunes.com.
Notre Dame dominates Iowa State 33-9 in the 30th annual Camping World Bowl. From start to finish, Chase Claypool was a force through the airways, and Jeremiah Owusu-Koramoah defensively. Once again, Clark Lee comes up with a plan that completely stymies a potent offense.
They did everything right. I mean, they did okay, they were 3 of 13 on third down, but when you're hitting big plays on first and second down and your kicker's kicking 4 field goals, hitting line drives from 51 yards, and Claypool continued to, he dominated the whole season, and he finished up that way. It was a great performance by Notre Dame today, and regardless what kind of week they had, they were totally prepared today to play quality football and start to finish. You know, strength. We talked about strength versus strength. Notre Dame completely disarmed. I guess if they had any success, it was through the air because they only rushed for 45 yards.
Well, if you said Notre Dame will score 33 points, we both would have said, yeah, sounds about right, and they'll probably win. If you said Iowa State will score 9, that is not something we saw keeping that offense out of the end zone. There were some self-inflicted wounds that head coach Matt Campbell lamented post-game. But Notre Dame players continually made plays on third down from Owusu-Koramoah with a strip sack in space on Brock Purdy. I don't know if people realize how difficult of a play that is to make to kind of what was his game-concluding sack. We didn't get to talk to him post-game, but that defense, the growth they had, save for one night in Ann Arbor, was really the story for an 11-2 team for me.
It really was. And Tony Jones, I mean, his fifth 100-yard game of the season with the big 84-yard touchdown run and the stiff arm that shed the last potential tackler there, and he carried him into the end zone. It was just a dominant performance, and they, we wondered, Camping World Bowl, you want to be in the Orange Bowl, you're playing Iowa State, but they played like it really, really mattered, like the 11th win of the season really mattered, and as you and I have been talking about, people can downplay what you accomplished against Iowa State, but in a couple weeks, when the national championship has been decided, the only thing that's going to matter is that Notre Dame is 11-2, finished the season with 6 straight victories and capped it off with a great performance in a bowl game.
Ian Book not made available to the media, but while not a flawless performance, he converted 2 fourth downs, including a pretty important one that set up that opening field goal. Because I feel like if Notre Dame doesn't come away with anything when they get that muffed punt fumble recovery by Chase Claypool, maybe it changes the tenor of the game a little bit. No interceptions, touchdown. He relied heavily on Claypool, more than half of his passing yards. But the way Book finished the season after how it looked in Michigan is also a testament to his ability to come back and play winning football for the Irish.
And the turnovers, I believe Notre Dame finished the season plus 18 turnover margin, and Iowa State was a -1 coming into the game, and the 2 first quarter turnovers swayed the game in Notre Dame's way right from the outset, a quick 10-0 lead. And after that, I mean, Brock Purdy is impressive. He's got an impressive group of receivers. I think we were accurate on all of that, but it just wasn't nearly enough against a Notre Dame offense that athletically just overwhelmed. We did say that. We knew that there were not a lot of playmakers on that defense, and we saw them try to run wide a little bit and take advantage of that, especially early in the game. But there were just not enough athletes on the Iowa State defense to contend with Notre Dame.
And that was the difference today. Brian Kelly kind of shot down the notion of what we've heard the last, well, not kind of, he very much wanted to shoot down the notion of what we've heard the last 4 days. The Notre Dame players weren't locked in. Notre Dame didn't want to be here as much as they wanted to be in the Orange Bowl. They sure played like they had prepared well. Maybe when you have that level, maybe they did prepare well, but when you have that level of talent, it really showed today, especially when you see Claypool. There's a play where he catches the ball on third down. You know he's going to get a couple extra yards for the first down. I look over at you, and you jot something down, and I say, Tim, he's still going. I mean, that guy is the heart of the team, the best player on the team, and I think his growth this year and getting able to talk to him at the end here, he kind of gave credit to his teammates for a journey that you chronicled well.
Yeah, his growth has been incredible. It sounds like Jeremiah Owusu-Koramoah's growth is incredible, too, because you'll be recapping that in print. There's great growth by Owusu-Koramoah. We know that he's now showing up on time, or at least 15 seconds ahead of when he needs to be there. But he's, you can understand why they are considering, or I believe they're considering, moving him to Bilal's spot at the Buck linebacker, because he's a dominant player on one side or the other. Imagine centrally locating him on that defense and all the things that he'll be able to get to.
That's it for us from Orlando. We'll be back with more post-game podcast, actually, after Tim Priester's snap judgments and my notebook. Final score, Notre Dame 33, Iowa State 9.